Hello friends and welcome to your OPDL U17 Cup final between Markham City and BVB IA Waterloo. This should be an exciting matchup between two very solid teams here today. Launched in 2014 with the 2001 age group and celebrating its 10th anniversary this year, the Ontario Player Development League is Ontario's first and Canada's foremost standards-based youth development program that combines top-level competition with comprehensive high-performance training standards. This innovative and exciting program is an important standard bearer and capstone of the adoption of long-term player development principles across soccer at large in Ontario and Canada. Covering the U13 to U17 age categories, the OPDL, with 28 license holders and 2 partners, is critical in enhancing player development for players, as well as coaches and match officials, hailing from Windsor in the west all the way to Ottawa in the east. The OPDL Cup is a competition for athletes at the U15, U16, and U17 age groups as part of the broader OPDL program in alignment with Train to Train stage of Canada Soccer's long-term player development model. The competition provides an opportunity for tournament experience for players, as well as a platform for Ontario Soccer Provincial Excel staff to observe and assess players and coaches outside their regular league game environment. We applaud all finalists of the 2024 U17 OPDL Cup who've excelled all season long, on and off the pitch, and succeeded in the face of adversity to earn a berth at this prestigious event.
Good afternoon.
Fans, once again, Ontario Soccer is thrilled to welcome you to today's OPDL U17 Cup final. This event would not be possible without our key partners, Toronto FC. Toronto FC is the official founding premier partner of Ontario Soccer, as well as the co-presenting partner of the Ontario Player Development League. The province's high-performance league. Their commitment to the game in Ontario is unrivaled. Visit torontofc.com for tickets and more. Offside here on Markham City. The Canadian Premier League, on behalf of its Ontario-based members, Forge FC, York United, and Athletico Ottawa, are also premier partners of Ontario Soccer and co-presenting partners of the OPDL. For updates and information, please go to canpl.ca. Gatorade. Today's OPDL Cup action is fueled by Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. So it's a bright, sunny, gorgeous day here in Vaughan right now for this OPDL Cup final action between Waterloo and black tops, black shorts, and yellow socks, taking on Markham City, who, unless you're colorblind, you can tell are the other gals in the yellow tops with black shorts and black socks going from left to right across your screen. Markham City are coached by League One Ontario all-time best 11 player Laura Goss, who we'd like to congratulate on a fantastic playing career. She's hanging up her boots and taking up the whistle full time to coach here with Markham City. This is Akila Omakua breaking down to the touchline, and she'll win the corner kick for Markham City here early on. Markham City are lined up in a 4-3-3 today, while Waterloo will be in a 3-5-2. Will be a left-footed in-swinger coming here on the corner kick. high into the box, and that'll be no trouble whatsoever for Brooke McMurrin in goal for Waterloo to grab out of the air. Now I say that it's no trouble, but it is a blustery day here in Vaughan today at the Zanchin Automotive Soccer Center. I don't know that in any of the games I've ever done here we've had this much wind. It is quite strong. Throw in taken here by Simone McIntosh. She's playing up right now. There have been a few injuries for Markham City to deal with. This is Kaminsky Roth giving it up for Andrea Lazar. Lazar putting a ball into the box, and you can see how the wind pushed that ball that was heading towards the far sideline back into the middle. That'll be something both these teams are going to have to deal with. Again, the ball getting caught up in the breeze there as the ball's worked out wide for Markham City. Charging up the wing is
I'll go find out.
21 in yellow. That's Jasmine Caddy. Shot in towards goal, and that's going to whistle well wide of the net. Through, and an opportunity coming here for Lazar. She's working her way in towards the top of the box. She's still with it now, Andrew Lazar, and she'll be tackled at the top of the box. Ball pushed through, and this is Naomi Phillips trying to play a ball in, and Markham City win the ball back again. Phillips playing it out wide for McCaddy. McCaddy giving it back to Phillips, who's looking around to see who she's got available to her, and she decides to go back out onto the wing for McCaddy, but plays it right to player in black, but McCaddy comes away with it after a good effort to win back possession. Pass picked off there by Orla Homewood. Stephanie Dixon rolling it out wide to the defender, Peggy Clark. Markham on the counter. Brought down by Naomi Phillips. Phillips is going to switch play, and they're going to have to be careful playing the ball from the far side to this near side. As I've mentioned, that wind, you're going to see the corner flag here at the edge of your shot is just flapping away. You can hear Markham City head coach Laura Gose giving some instruction to her squad there as she's trying to establish early dominance in the attacking end here. Ball goes over the head of Simone McIntosh. McIntosh with the strong challenge on Taryn Buckley. This is Vanessa Kaminsky-Roth standing over the ball. Roth encouraging her teammates to push forward, lobs the ball into the box, no one able to connect with it, and the goalkeeper loses control of it and finally dives onto it and makes up for spilling that ball. Stephanie Dickinson recovering after the initial fumble of the ball there. Shalagua going back to her keeper, Brooke McMurrin. McMurrin feeling the pressure from Sofia Ferrante. Opportunity knocking here for Taryn Buckley. She's got it at the edge of the box. She's going to cut back to the top and put a ball into the middle. Simone McIntosh tried to clear and the ball spun up off the top of her foot. Buckley. Played through for Michaela Milsarzek. She was unable to make anything happen in the middle, and it's out for a Markham City throw. This is Gua trying to get around Michaela Omakua. Getting ahead to it, Kaminsky Roth playing it forward. Ball popped over the top looking for Buckley, but just a bit too far in front of Buckley.
Let her go, let her go, let her go.
You're good, Vanessa. That's ours.
Kaminsky Roth nodding it forward. Brought down by Milsarzek. Played forward now by Talia Pellizzari. Markham City again closing down so quickly defensively to squash any kind of a foray into their own end. Ball brought down by Omakura. Omakura with it still. Trying to play a ball over the top, but it'll be collected by Waterloo and played back by Tegan Pennington. Brooke McMurrin blasting a ball forward. Pennington with it now. Pennington with a wonderful searching pass up for Buckley, but Buckley was unable to corral that ball.
Yeah, clock's ticking now.
This is Homewood to take the throw in for Waterloo. Gets it into Buckley. Knocked back out of bounds by Olivia Francis. Kaminsky Roth. She's dispossessed by Omakua. This is one of our captains, Ainsley Parker, playing the ball up onto the wing for McCaddy. Waterloo back the other way on the counter attack. Zar tried to get a foot in, but will be played forward for Omakua, but collected by McMurrin once again. Olivia Francis getting it to Omakua. Gua came out to challenge her. Homewood out to meet Olivia Francis. Gua's going to squirt this ball out of bounds for a Waterloo throw in their own end. Two players in on Pellizzari. She'll win the throw in for Waterloo. Lazar getting a put in. Kaminsky-Roth playing it back for Pennington. Pennington will switch play over to the opposite side of the pitch. Another searching ball played into the middle, but it's popped up into the air by Simone McIntosh. It's going to roll all the way back to the keeper, Dickinson. She'll slow things down and give her squad a chance to regroup. Parker playing it back for McIntosh. Clark playing it out onto the wing. Ball pushed forward for Milzarczyk. Perez getting it out wide. Buckley switched sides. Ball lofted up over the top for Akila Omakua, and she's gonna lose that one to the wind. Here for Waterloo. Lazar trying to slip a pass through, but it's picked off by Ainsley Parker, and that's going to go out for another Waterloo throw-in. So I had a chance to chat with Laura Gose before the match. Her squad's gone undefeated so far this season. She's had a very athletic group out on the pitch. They're very patient in the build-up, as you've seen. They need to be a little bit more critical in the final third, however. They've got a couple players out injured, as I mentioned before. They've got 3 players on play-up permits featuring today from one of the teams below them. And they've actually had to call in Stephanie Dixon from another club altogether because they've had so many injuries to their goalkeepers. Ball picked off by Carla Perez. She has it intercepted in kind. Ball through to McCaddy. This is McCaddy at the touchline. She's going to play a ball into the middle, and it's Brooke McMurrin diving onto that, putting an end to Markham's attack. Laura Gose encouraging her team to win more balls. Big booming kick brought down by Ainsley Parker. Kua turns that one away. Shalagua proving to be absolutely vital in the back for Waterloo so far. This is Buckley giving chase, and she's gonna get around Simone McIntosh. Buckley with it still working her way to the edge of the box. Buckley met by the defender. Ball popped up into the air. Kaminsky-Roth giving chase, and it'll be cleared by Markham. Ball in towards goal, and diving onto that is Stephanie Dixon. Lovely little turn in the middle there by Sofia Ferrante. She's found McCaddy over on the far side, but coming out of her goal was McMurrin once again to make the defensive play and clear that one out of bounds. We're in the 18th minute of play here, friends. It's your OPDL girls U17 final from the Zanchin Automotive Center. Zanchin Automotive Soccer Center, rather, that here in Vaughan, Ontario. I know how proud both Ontario Soccer and the Zanchin Automotive Group are about this partnership. If you haven't seen the videos that have been popping up on Instagram this week, they've been very nice. Buckley turning in the middle. She's going to need to move a little bit quicker than that. She's going to get anything done in the middle of the pitch. Ball pushed out wide for Akila Omakua. Omakua with it now. Top of the box. Left-footed shot in towards goal, and again another save by McMurrin. This is McCaddy. McCaddy feeling pressure there from Esmeralda Torres. Waterloo able to get the ball forward. Omakua and Homewood facing off here on the near sideline, and it's Gua again picking off the pass, calling her team to run into space, and careless pass there picked off by Olivia Francis. Cutting into the middle is Mazarzik. Heike Clark's going to have to go all the way back to Stephanie Dixon, give her team a chance to reset. I mentioned before that they like to build out of the back. McIntosh playing it out onto the wing here for Olivia Francis. Francis is going to try and loft another ball over the top, but it got caught up in the wind offside either way, so that's going to be whistled down. I'd like to see Waterloo engage Kaminsky Roth a little bit more. She's a very solid technical player in the middle of the pitch. Had a chance to see her a couple weeks ago at the FDF Canada Top 60 Girls Showcase. She was very impressive. This is McCaddy. Again, trying to play a ball through, but it's going to go all the way back for McMurrin to collect at the top of her box. Pennington putting a ball forward for Esmeralda Torres, but she was unable to control. Homewood clearing the ball forward. Kaminsky Roth got a foot to it, but it's picked off by Chloe Lofters. Ball through, and McCaddy's free at the top of the box. Coming out of her goal once again is McMurrin to dive on it. Shalagua playing it forward for Pellizzari. Markham not really allowing Waterloo any opportunities to break through the middle. McIntosh will play it out onto the wing, and Lofters will get to it before it goes out of bounds, and it's going to be a Markham City throw once again. Pennington getting it forward to Perez. reset. Ball through to Omakua. She's going to collect it in the corner. Omakua at the touchline. Puts a cross into the middle. It goes over the keeper, and charging in was McCaddy. And McCaddy just unable to rise and meet that one with the header. This is Taryn Buckley. McIntosh looking for Omakua again on the wing, and that wind's going to push the ball a little bit faster than I think these players are anticipating. We've got a substitution coming here for Waterloo. Coming into the match will be Marliese Mueller. Coming out of the match will be number 28, Taryn Buckley. This is Kaminsky Roth. Kaminsky Roth trying to tell Tegan Pennington to come towards her, and she moved away, but she ended up getting the ball to her regardless. Heike Clark. McIntosh with a little bit of room in front of her. Pass through to Lazarczyk. They get it out wide to Omakua. Homewood closing down Omakua, and Homewood's going to get that ball out. It'll be a corner kick here for Markham City in the 24th minute of play. 25th minute of play, actually. We've got another substitution coming out of the game. Will be Simone McIntosh, and replacing her will be Rachel Kane. Left-footed in swinger coming here. A lot of players in motion coming from that back end of the box, and that ball's going to get caught up in the wind, and that'll go out for a goal kick here in the 26th minute of play. Still 0-0 here, friends. It's the Ontario Player Development League U17 Girls Ontario Cup Final. Waterloo taking on Markham City. Here's our latest entrant into the game. Mueller with a shot towards goal, and that's going to go across the face of goal, and it's collected on the other side by Esmeralda Torres. Torres putting a ball towards the top of the box for Lazar to collect, and Lazar able to control that ball, and it's going to be played out for a Waterloo throw-in, taken quickly by Homewood. Gua has her searching ball blocked by Omakua. Omakua is going to go to ground in a good little battle she's got going on there with Homewood. Playing a ball into the box, and that's going to go all the way down to the touchline, and a Waterloo player got a foot to it to play it out for the goal kick here for Markham City. Omakua will collect. Homewood's on her back. Homewood gets a foot to it, and it's going to go out for a Markham City throw in their own end. Omakua with it again. Once more, I would really advise anyone playing out here today to avoid this near sideline at all costs. The wind is just absolutely insane right now. Ball up over the top for Lazar, and she's going to put a shot in towards goal, and that's well over the goal. And out for another goal kick for Markham City. Clark getting it up the wing for McCaddy. Running onto this will be Ferrante. Ferrante is going to try and get around Pennington, and she's got it on that far sideline. She does get around Pennington, puts a ball into the middle for McCaddy. McCaddy gets a foot to it, and she was unable to get the contact onto that one. I think that she would have liked to have. That's going to go out for a Waterloo goal kick here in the 29th minute of play. We've got a little discrepancy between the score clock that's on pitch level and our monitor. McMurrin getting it to Gua to get us back underway. Turning on this ball will be Pellizzari. Pellizzari slips it through for Homewood. Homewood's going to give it right back to her, but it's intercepted by Omakua. Omakua battling with Pellizzari, and Markham City will get the throw. Shalagua smashes the ball back out over the line. Ball into the middle here for Ainsley Parker. They're looking for McCaddy charging up that left side. Or that's actually Ferrante now who's moved out onto the wing. McCaddy giving chase now to win the ball back. This will be Rachel Kane playing the ball out for a Waterloo throw, giving Markham City a chance to catch their breath, get back defensively, and reorganize. Pellizzari brings it down on the far side. Kaminsky Roth lays into one and smacks that out of the park. You can hear the Waterloo fans showing their excitement there with their cowbells and drums. Ball out onto the wing here for Chloe Lofters. Lofters will go to ground on the challenge there from Esmeralda Torres. Homewood puts it into the middle. Lazar's looking for Kaminsky Roth. Kaminsky Roth bodied off the ball there by Naomi Phillips. McCaddy's got it now with plenty of room in front of her. McCaddy cutting back into the middle. McCaddy with a right-footed shot in towards goal and right into the arms of Brooke McMurrin. McMurrin will slow things back down here. Kua telling her to hold on to the ball for a second as Kaminsky Roth ties her shoe. Kua smacks the ball up, looking for Torres. That's going to be knocked out of the park again. We're going to run out of balls here soon, girls, if you keep this up.
So many thorns back there.
Homewood putting it in for Torres, who gives it right back to Homewood into Kaminsky Roth. Kaminsky Roth has her pass picked up by Lofters.
I mean, I watched the series. I've seen Johnny.
Gua waited too long, and Omakua beat her to the ball. Luckily, Pennington was there to recover. McMurrin smacking the ball up towards half, and it gets caught in the wind again. Handball called on Pellizzari. Ball bouncing around at the top of the box, and it's cleared. Pellizzari unable to get onto it. This is Lofters now for Markham, out wide for Omakua. Omakua puts the ball into the box. Coming out of her goal will be McMurrin to get a hand to it. McMurrin will collect at the top of the box. McMurrin's going to get a yellow as she stepped over the line when she grabbed that ball. I was wondering myself, and we have some arguments here taking place. I don't know that Waterloo are going to win this one. From here, it certainly looked like McMurrin stepped over the line, and sure enough,
next one,
McMurrin's got a yellow card, and it'll be a direct free kick from the top of the box for the handball. Standing over this are Sophia Ferrante and Naomi Phillips. Phillips walking away from this one as our referee is going to count out the steps and push this 6-player wall back a couple steps now. That seems to me like a lot of players in that wall. Ferrante lining the shot up, and Ferrante is going to blast it to the direction of the goal, but puts it wide. Be no harm, no foul as the goal kick is given to Waterloo. We got another substitution coming here, and coming out of the match will be Omakua. Coming into the match will be number 10, Jade Fleming. Omakua getting a well-deserved break. She's been running her socks off here so far this afternoon. This is Pennington. Pennington got it out wide, and McCaddy's giving chase. Pennington gets it right back. A bit of time before McCaddy comes and closes her down. Ball goes out wide for Esmeralda Torres. Running onto this is Andrea Lazar. Lazar trundled over at the top of the box. No call. Heike Clark getting in and making the defensive stop for Markham City. Andrea Lazar slow to her feet. But she's okay, she's fine, she's back up and at it again. We've got a corner kick coming here for Waterloo. It'll be Torres with the right-footed in-swinger. She gives the sign, hits the ball, it's going front post, and just not enough mustard on that one to get through this intense wind that we've got on our hands. Coming into the match for Waterloo here will be Taryn Buckley once again, and Isabel Silva as well. Coming out will be Esmeralda Torres and Carla Perez. Ball played up for McCaddy. This is Mazarzek.
Yes. Oh no.
Phillips going back for Kane. Kane pops it up into the air, and she's looking for Ainsley Parker. Homewood comes away with it for Waterloo, and she's going to shield it and play it back for keeper Brooke McMurrin. McMurrin's going to have a little bit of fancy footwork to evade Jade Fleming, who was flying in on her. Homewood loses the ball. This is Sophia Ferrante. Parker looking back, and she's going to give it up for Heike Clark. Clark will collect this ball, or at least escort it back to Stephanie Dixon. Dixon smashing a ball up towards half. Kaminsky-Roth will gather it for Waterloo, play it back for Pennington. Pennington with a little bit of time as Sophia Ferrante just sits back and watches her. Ball out wide for Orla Homewood. Homewood getting it back for Gua. Pennington through the middle to Kaminsky-Roth. Her pass gets caught up in the air. This is McCaddy, Jasmine McCaddy, playing it back for Ainsley Parker. Kaminsky-Roth getting a foot in it. She's found Pellizzari. This is Taryn Buckley. Buckley cutting back into the middle. Taryn Buckley with it still. She's going to have a shot, and that's blocked by Rachel Kane. Phillips going back to Kane, and Kane plays it forward for Ainsley Parker. Parker turning in the middle to evade Kaminsky-Roth. Ferrante turned away as she tried to progress forward into the Waterloo end. Ball brought down here by Jade Fleming. Fleming looking to play in Lofters. Lofters with it still, and Shayla Guha, rather, that coming away with the ball and getting it up for Buckley. Just a bit too far in front of Buckley, and again that ball being pushed out of bounds by the wind. "41st minute of play here, friends." Still 0-0 between Markham City and BVB Waterloo. Strong challenge there by Naomi Phillips to push Pellizzari and the ball out of bounds. Kaminsky-Roth tried to get a foot in on Ferrante, and the ball played through and cleared by McMurrin once more. Pellizzari got a touch on that ball, and it's going to go all the way back for Heike Clark to collect for Markham City, and bodies hitting the floor. It's Lazar coming away with it. Andrea Lazar cutting onto her right foot. Lazar at the top of the box, looked like she was going to shoot, tries to play through Mueller, and Mueller unable to control the ball, and it goes all the way through to Stephanie Dixon, and she'll roll it out for Clark. Get around Karen Ellis. Homewood's going to clear. Taryn Buckley trying to get to it before Rachel Kane. Ball out wide now for Chloe Lofters. Lofters pushing forward. Lofters gets around Homewood. Homewood gets a boot to Lofters' cross, and Gua will clear once again. Another ball over the fence.
Not even the 80th minute.
Lofters Sockers getting the ball back in. Guha all over Ferrante. Great presence of mind there by Brooke McBurn to come out and collect that ball for Waterloo. Phillips brings it down. Phillips with it still in the middle as Pellizzari was on top of her immediately. Bank of Soccer, with decades investing in soccer programming at all levels, BMO is committed to growing the game and increasing gender equity in soccer and beyond. We are thrilled to welcome back BMO as a lead partner of Ontario Soccer's gender equity and empowerment initiatives, including the innovative BMO Girls Play On initiative. For more information on their made-to-order, well, looks like we've got a little mix-up here with the notes. That's O'Neill with the made-to-order kits. We'll talk about them in a sec.
Her? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Skua. 1 minute of additional time to be added on to the first half here, friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has given a minimum of 1 minute added time. 1 minute added time, minimum.
Lofters with the throw. Holmwood picking the pocket of Fleming. Coming away with the ball is Ainsley Parker. Pushing it a little bit too far in front of herself, and Mueller collects for Waterloo, and she's charging up that far side of the pitch. This is Pennington. Pennington slipping a pass through for Pellizzari. Pellizzari moving it across the pitch from one side to the other, getting it to Buckley. Buckley putting a ball into the middle. Clark got ahead to it. Our intended target.
Half time's right around the corner, we'll get the other ball.
This is Taryn Buckley taking the corner. Will be a right-footed outswinger. Interesting to see how she manages the wind on this one. Smacks it right into the middle. And that's it, folks. That's your first half. 0-0 here between BVB IA Waterloo and Markham City. We'll be back in a few moments here with your second half of action from the Zanchin Automotive Soccer Center in Vaughan, Ontario. It's your OPDL U17 Girls Ontario Cup for 2024.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you've been enjoying this exciting soccer. We want to thank you also for coming out and supporting these elite players here today. Stay stay with us today for more exciting OPDL soccer. We have another exciting under 15 game here at 4:30 today. Also, let me mention that we want to take a little time to thank all of the volunteers and the workers for their hard work and support during this year's OPDL tournament. Many hours are spent ensuring that these events are a success, and much of that success is thanks to our many dedicated volunteers. So a nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for our volunteers. Thank you, thank you. Take a little break now, and we'll be coming back shortly. A little pause here.
Week 2? No, my oldest is 32. So she didn't play this past summer, but she was playing. So. Oh, wow. And then my son plays the next Yeah, well, I already had had my mom's episode this week. I was working outside, fussing around the garden, and I had these birds, and I had a bunch of dead birds, like, fighting. Hands in the birds, and they're sitting flies oh no! I did it for, and I got like 5 bites on my neck. I have oh my god! I have one here, I have one on my leg. My husband is anaphylactic to watch. So I came in the house and I said, don't go outside. Yeah. And he said, and I just got good enough that I think that was good enough for me that nothing's going to happen here. Yeah. But, oh my god, they got so I got to get most of the time. And then I went to the bathroom and I pulled my shirt off and a wasp flew out of my shirt. I still have one inside my shirt. I was looking at it. Oh my god. Oh yeah.
I play on Sioux City United. I'm a forward. I've been playing since I was like at least 8 years old.
I started playing soccer around probably 4. I really enjoyed it, so I started playing when I was 6 or 7. And then from there, I just loved it. Continued playing until now. One of the kids or players on our older team, like our U17 team now, he was U16 last year. He made Team Ontario. So a couple of the kids on our team heard about it and wanted to try and go try out for the following year. So we did what we had to do and got selected to go try out, and then I got selected to play.
Richard Hurst, he saw me in Ottawa playing the Ottawa Showcase, and he liked how I played, and so he sent an application in for me. I never knew about the provincial team. That was the first time. So then I went and tried out, and they liked me.
I went to the tryout middle of March. It was 4 teams, 80 players, 20 per team.
2 days of 2 games. and both 45-minute halves. I was just put with a bunch of random different OPDL girls, so I kind of met new people.
She was bummed out. She's like, well, I don't think I played well. I don't think I played well. And then all of a sudden, 2 days later, I got a phone call from Rich telling me that she has a chance to play with the U17s as well. So that was like, yeah, that was cool.
I think someone from my own club called me and told me I had made the team. I was very excited and in some disbelief because I didn't actually think I was going to make the team.
I was kind of shocked because I was not expecting that. I definitely felt like I did well at the tryouts, but there was definitely a lot of good girls there, so I was definitely shocked about it.
I think the opportunity is quite amazing. It's the top tier in the province, so it's pretty cool to be able to get there when you're 80 something kids and you're competing against, and everybody is great. Like every kid out on that field is great, and so to be able to qualify and get in, it's just amazing.
It was a pretty prestige thing that she actually did. I don't think she understands just yet.
I trained on 2 different occasions, 2 different weekends. Very, very technical, very intense. A lot of different tactics that I had to learn. Very, very tactical.
I already train at least 5 days a week, but with the Excel program, I had to keep up with my endurance because those games were definitely a lot more challenging and very much fast paced, not what I was used to.
Prince and now controlled by Fata. Fata with room to run, taking Latondra on. Fata with fresh legs.
It was much different because when we go down and train there, it's on a full 11v11 field, and training here in the winter, we're in gyms and small places to train. So it's a big difference in just getting used to playing on 11v11 field.
When I was playing the games, my whole family came, even my grandpa came. And then just for the trainings, my mom and my sister were there for support, and then sometimes my dad.
First time I flew down with my mom for the training, and then the second time I flew down with my dad, and for the games I also flew down with my dad.
Most of the time we just drove down. Sometimes we would fly there because it's only an hour flight, but on the way back we would always get delayed. There was always something wrong with the plane, something like that.
There was one time my flight got canceled on a Friday. We were supposed to fly out at 8 a.m., so we had to book another flight for that day, and we ended up getting there at 8 p.m. Yeah, that was the main challenge, was just traveling and making sure flights were on time.
We really travel. That's what we do in the north. We travel everywhere. Just like the kids in Thunder Bay, they travel.
We go down into Minnesota. We play in the Winnipeg League, so we go there 4 times a summer. So it's a lot of travel for us to get good competitions.
We travel to Toronto. We travel to the United States. We travel to Detroit. We travel to Minnesota. That's where we go. So to get seen that's what we do. That's what we've always done.
Yeah, we have such limited flight options through Thunder Bay. It's just the way it is. It's what we deal with here. There's so many limited options, and if you run into flight problems, you're in pretty big trouble because it's a 16-hour drive if you got to jump in the car.
Probably my most memorable moment, actually there's 2. It was when I found out I was selected to start in that first game we played on a Friday. And then the other one was when we scored our first goal against Quebec. I just felt that was very memorable because all the training we had did, all the tactics we had did just led up to that. And being able to score first and the celebration, we all went and celebrated together, was very memorable for me.
I know that I need to work harder to be able to play at that level consistently. And if I want to move forward with soccer, then I definitely need to work harder.
When I play in Thunder Bay, I normally play as a attacking midfielder. But while I was here, I was playing as a right back and center back.
Miller with time and space, checking his options.
Became a more versatile player playing here.
Nathan Miller tries to sidestep the oncoming tackle, makes the pass ahead for Arangio.
She's a lot more vocal. She was kind of quiet on the field and she would just play. Now I find that she's, vocal. She's, speaks her mind. She's really calling for the ball.
This is Homewood shielding it. She'll escort that ball out of bounds, but she had the last touch to it, so it'll be a Markham City throw in here. 0-0 coming out of the break. Had a chance to talk to Melora Ghost at halftime, and she said she just wants her team to be a little bit more clinical again, as she said before the game, finish off their chances, get some goals here. Run down by McCaddy. Parente through to Omakua. Omakua has found McCaddy. McCaddy with it on her left foot, puts ball into the middle of the box, and chance coming here, and it's cleared by Gua. Shalagua has been phenomenal, and as I say that, she gets called for the foul. Very impressive here today in her performance at the Zankin. Another 4 or 5 player wall here for Waterloo. Looks to be 4. Ball lofted in towards goal, and getting a hand to that is McMurrin. Dancing here on the near side. She'll put a ball into the middle. McCaddy got a foot to it. McCaddy trying to collect the ball, but it's Esmeralda Torres. That seems like I've made a mistake there. To apologize, as it was actually, and I'm correct, Karen Ellis who had gotten a foot in. Ellis playing the ball out for Waterloo. Parker. This is Phillips. Phillips playing a ball in towards goal. That's going to go out past McMurrin's net and out for a goal kick. Markham City competently working the ball around. This is Parker going back for Clark. Ike Clark through to McCaddy. McCaddy will bring it down and give it right back to Clark again. Chloe Sargent trying to play a ball up through the middle. It's fantastic work there from Omakua. Ball out onto the wing for Madison Watkins to bring down. Homewood chasing her. Watkins with it at the touchline. Homewood coming away with it. She's had a phenomenal day so far. Homewood has. Ball swung into the box for Omakua. Omakua getting a foot to it, and that's going to go out for a goal kick. Goal kick coming here for Brooke McMurrin. She puts it to Vanessa Kaminsky-Roth. Kaminsky-Roth getting it up to Mueller. Mueller puts a little bit of a defensive presence on her as she goes back to Kaminsky-Roth, back to McMurrin, and they're going to reset here if the pressure relaxes at all. And Kaminsky Roth trying to get a foot in on that ball, and it's played up, and an opportunity here for Markham City. McCaddy was the closest person in yellow to that ball. Parker goes to ground, and that ball squeaked through to McMurrin. She'll send a big moving kick up, and again caught in the wind, brought down by Naomi Phillips. Zarzek, ball into the box, and Makua whistled down for the handball. Kaminsky Roth wants to take it quickly. Makua realized that she was going to try and get a quick pass off for Carla Perez and stood in her way. Great presence of mind there by Kilo Makua. She's been very impressive so far today. Lofters putting it into the middle for Ainsley Parker. Ainsley Parker trying to play it up over the top for Madison Watkins to run onto, and she's just a little bit too far behind that one to keep it in. On the far side of the pitch, no real celebrations yet from the Markham City bench. See what the response is from Waterloo, if they can claw their way back into this match all of a sudden. Parker with it to the middle, and Homewood will step up and win the ball back for Waterloo. Homewood with it still. Homewood's pass finds Perez. Carla Perez goes to ground as she's dispossessed. Ball wide and be intercepted by Karen Ellis. Taryn Buckley trying to win the ball for Waterloo, but it's back the other way on the boot of Mazarzek. Up to Jasmine McCaddy. Jasmine McCaddy's going to swing a left-footed cross, and it's Pennington getting a foot to it. McCaddy gets it back. Makua in the middle. Makua with it again and puts a shot in towards goal, and it's saved by Brooke McMurrin. Right at her. Akila Makua has found another level here early in the second half. Ball through here for Madison Watkins. This is Clark. Clark with a bit of space. Perez closest to her. Lazar gets a foot in after closing her down from behind. This is Lazar once more. Lazar has Buckley on her right. She's found her. Buckley into the corner. Can she get onto the end of this? Lofters was there, but Buckley got a foot to it. Coming out of her goal with Stephanie Dixon to collect that ball for Markham City. This is Jasmine McCaddy. Jasmine McCaddy playing up today for Markham City. Slips a pass through for Omakua to run onto, but charging out of her goal is Brooke McMurrin. O'Neill Sportswear, a leading supplier globally to grassroots sport organizations and professional clubs alike with over 100 years of expertise, is Ontario Soccer's newest partner and its official soccer apparel, uniform, and equipment partner. For more information on their made-to-order personalized apparel and uniform solutions, visit O'Neill's.com. O'Neill's Sportswear. Live for it. This is Kaminsky Roth playing it through to Mueller. Chloe Lofters will chase this ball down and allow Markham City to reset in their own end. Lazar giving chase as the ball's worked back to Clark. Clark with a bit of real estate available in front of her finds Omakua. Buckley got a foot to that ball, and Lofters will watch that go out of bounds. Substitution coming here for Markham City. Coming into the match will be number 5, Sofia Ferrante. Coming out of the match will be Madison Watkins. Jasmine McCaddy getting it up for Ferrante. Sargent out wide. Ball back into the middle for Phillips. Phillips turns, still with it. Ball out wide for Jasmine McCaddy to run onto. McCaddy's going to collect this on the near sideline, but offside on the play. Roth unable to corral that ball, and it's pushed through for Ferrante to run onto. Left-footed cross into the box. Guha got contact on it. Looked like it might have been her shoulder or the top of her arm. No call on the play. Got another substitution coming here for Waterloo as Esmeralda Torres will re-enter the match. Coming out will be Karen Ellis. Clark getting McCaddy involved, and she'll put it out for Chloe Lofters. Lofters gives it right back to McCaddy. McCaddy putting a ball into the box. Chloe Lofters on it now in her bright pink boots. Naomi Phillips playing it back, and Mueller almost got a foot to it. Lazar giving Jason a bit of a poor pass. He's Taryn Buckley come away with the ball for Waterloo. Lofters got a bit of contact in on Buckley, and Buckley's going to get called for the tackle. I don't know, I understand Taryn Buckley's frustration here. That looked like a good challenge from my vantage point. Our referee probably had a better look at it from his angle than I did. Brought down by Esmeralda Torres. Torres with it in her own end, and McCaddy got a foot to it, poked it free. Opportunity here for Markham City. Naomi Phillips. Pass in for Ferrante, and Ferrante unable to make anything happen, but it's out for a corner kick. is Ainsley Parker to take the corner kick for Markham City. It's going to be a right-footed in-swinging ball. Again, anything coming from this side of the pitch going back across is going to have a little bit of compensation calculated into its trajectory, and those are the 3 biggest words I've used all day, so I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. This is Homewood. Mueller through Taryn Buckley, ball back out for Homewood, but just a little bit too far in front of the left back to run onto. Tegan Pennington going back to her keeper, Brooke McMurrin. Kaminsky Roth out wide for Homewood. Homewood has her searching pass steered away by Chloe Sargent. Tegan Pennington turns it over, and this will be Jasmine McCaddy giving chase. Esmeralda Torres on her. McCaddy and Torres battling in the corner, and that's going to go out off of Torres. Ferrante putting a ball into the middle and sprawling onto that to make the save was McMurrin, or at least block the cross. Heike Clark. Clark back out wide for Lofters. Lofters trying to get it back in for Naomi Phillips. No call on the play as Phillips went to ground on the challenge from Taryn Buckley. This is Jasmine McCaddy. McCaddy offside once more.
Olivia, on the goal kicks, Aquila has to drop a bit.
Lazar. Lazar has her pass deflected by Ainsley Parker. Be brought down by Milzarzek. Sorry, Milzarzek. Another one of these players who's playing up right now, and fantastic performance so far today. Lazar just a bit too far in front of Lazar, and we're back the other way as Kua trying to win the ball back, and she does. She came charging in on Shelly Guha. Omakua trying to get around Pennington, and Pennington wins that battle, but then turns it right back over to Omakua. Going to ground and getting the call for Waterloo. Kaminsky Roth lofting one into the box. It's headed away. Torres putting it in for Buckley. Buckley with it at the top of the box. Plenty of yellow shirts around her. Kaminsky Roth will take a shot from range, and that'll go well over the goal and out behind the net. Off the sponsor logo there for Zankin Automotive Soccer Center, the great partnership that's been created here at the building formerly known as the Ontario Soccer Center. Great to see the community getting involved and supporting this great game of ours as Lazar works her way towards the top of the box. Heike Clark coming out to meet her. Torres getting it in for Pellizzari. Torres to throw. Torres gets it into Pellizzari. Pellizzari brings it down to try to backheel it, but Chloe Lofters was there laying in wait. Sophia Parente bringing it down and getting it out wide for Jasmine McCaddy to run onto. Markham have numbers here if they want to take advantage. Jasmine McCaddy one-on-one with Pennington, playing it back to Parente, and a ball into the box, and it'll be collected by Brooke McMurrin. Ball all the way back to Stephanie Dixon. She'll roll it out for Heike Clark. Jasmine McCaddy. Turning on it was Mazarzek. This is Olivia Francis. Phillips back to Francis. Phillips playing it back again. Ball played forward to Parker. Parker going to ground is Kaminsky Roth. Or sorry, rather that was Lazar. Was on her, but it'll be a Waterloo call, or a Waterloo ball on that call. Lazar standing over this. I think a shot from here is a wasted opportunity as the wind is coming from behind the goal as it stands, but she puts it on net, right into the arms of Stephanie Dixon. It's going to be very difficult to really challenge the keeper from distance with the wind coming in the way it is. Makua unable to control, and Lazar coming away with it. Pellizzari now giving it to Kaminsky Roth. Makua will get a little chit chat with our referee before we get a substitution. Coming out of the game will be Chloe Sargent. Coming into the match will be Rachel Kane once more. Sargent did a good job of allowing Kane to take a breather as they switched off at half. The wind's so strong, in fact, right now. You can't quite see it, but in the corner closest to where the ball is right now, the corner flag is almost, it was at a 45-degree angle. Kaminsky Roth giving it to Pennington and getting it right back again. Kaminsky Roth trying to put a pass through for Mueller. Mueller with it now, leaving it for Lazar. Another ball over the goal, over the fence, and out of play. Orgos giving instructions to Naomi Phillips to tell her to stay lower with Ainsley Parker. Here's Phillips now collecting the ball. Ball back to Heike Clark. Clark's got Buckley on her. Lofters trying to get around Perez. Ball popped up into the air and Torres will bring it down. Pellizzari out wide for Perez, and Perez able to get onto the end of it. This will be Jasmine McCaddy. McCaddy towards the edge of the box. Guha closing her down. McCaddy comes away with it after her entry pass was blocked. Phillips dispossessed. Pelizari with another sliding challenge, trying to win the ball back for Waterloo. Ball ends up out wide for McCaddy to get onto. McCaddy with it now at the touchline. McCaddy with her head up, and she's going to put a cross in, and it's bounced around, and on the back doorstep was Akila Omakua once again, and she didn't get the contact I think she would have liked. This is Phillips. Phillips getting a pass through for Mazarzek. This is Mazarzek once more. Mazarzek with another ball lofted over the top for McCaddy, but gets caught in the wind and it goes out of bounds for a BVB IA Waterloo goal kick here in the 72nd minute of play. Taryn Buckley running onto this, and she'll get to it before the keeper, and she puts it in towards goal. Finally cleared by Rachel Kane. Back the other way come Markham City. Guha breaking up that attack. Francis plays the ball through, but it's going to go all the way to Pennington, who engages with her keeper. Keeper's pass picked off by McCaddy. McCaddy going to take a shot from distance, and she wasn't too far off.
What's the game after? We're wondering if we can get taped up now. Okay, as long as I don't get pulled on. What do you guys want? Just for my ankle. On the left, easy, look! Right on the mat, drop Naomi! That way.
Pelizari. This is Kaminsky-Roth. Kaminsky-Roth getting it up over the top for Perez to run onto. It'll be Heike Clark getting to it first. Phillips getting more instruction from Laura Gose. We've got a substitution coming here for Waterloo. It'll be Perez coming out and being replaced by Karen Ellis once again.
It was so bad.
I've been saying a couple times here how these young girls from Markham are lucky to have Laura Gose as their coach, a League One Ontario all-time best 11 player, featured twice in the League One Canada Interprovincial Championships, which are going on right now. Calgary Blizzard lost to the Whitecaps women in the second match of the day yesterday after NDC Ontario fell to CS MRO from Liga Quebec. So that'll make for a fantastic set of matchups tomorrow as NDC Ontario look to get back to their winning ways after dropping 3 games in a row now. After going undefeated the entire season until the last 2 games of the year. And it'll be the Whitecaps taking on Mount Royal Outremont in the championship game tomorrow afternoon. I'll be providing play-by-play for the third place game, which I mentioned will be that matchup between NDC Ontario and the Calgary Blizzard. This is Homewood trying to get around Olivia Francis, and Francis is there to stand her up. Kaminsky Roth going back to Pennington. Tegan Pennington. She's got Taryn Buckley, and I'd like to see Buckley come to the ball in that instance rather than waiting for it. Andrea Lazar asking who's going to come give her a little bit of help. Karen Ellis to put the ball back into play. Tegan Pennington will go back to her keeper, Brooke McMurrin, who's all the way out of her goal. And Sheila Dua, not in an optimal place to receive the ball with an open goal behind her. This is Orla Homewood. Andrea Lazar getting it forward. Mueller was unable to bring it down. Shalagua getting it into play. Kaminsky Roth giving it right back to her. Ball into the middle for Tilia Pellizzari. Pellizzari looking to move the ball forward. She's got Orla Homewood. Homewood with the step over, and getting a foot in on her was Akila Omakua. Another substitution coming here for Markham City as they'll get Jade Fleming back into the game for Naomi Phillips. You can hear the instructions there from Laura Gose. She needs Jade to get out there and play, work hard. Mueller battling hard on that far side, gets it to Kaminsky Roth. Kaminsky Roth going back to Shalagua. Gua getting it to Andrea Lazar. She'll bring it down with Heike Clark all over her. Uh-oh. Buckley offside. It looked like she was going to receive the ball in a very dangerous spot at the top of the box, but just unaware of where the back line was stood when that ball was passed to her.
I have like poly sport on it right now. Okay. Just like because if I keep it like soft, it like it's bad. Of course. Yeah.
Ferrante with the ball now. Ferrante with Lazar marking her. Buckley keeps it in. Ellis gave it to Pennington. Pennington's clearance off the face of Jade Fleming. Guha going back to McMurrin. McMurrin finding Kaminsky Roth, who's going to play it out wide for Karen Ellis. Ellis with her head up back in for Kaminsky Roth, who turns as Fleming was closing her down quickly. Pennington to Shalagua.
It's not sticky. Okay. It's literally just a piece of rubber. So it won't like get caught.
Are you able to tell him to lower the field mic that's picking up the physio here.
What do you prefer? It's fine. I have more quality sport. Oh,
Yeah,
really?
the field mic's right beside the physio, so all we can hear is the physio having conversations. Dixon rolling it out for Clark. Clark will be proud of her performance today as she's remained unbeaten. We hope the curse of the commentator doesn't happen here. And a shot in towards goal, and that was not far off target. Stephanie Dixon, I'm not sure if she realized how close that was to her goal as it almost went over her head. Isabel Silva will enter the match here in place of Esmeralda Torres. Torres exiting the match on the far side of the pitch. Omakua will win. Or Omakua has the call go against her as Kaminsky Roth went to ground. Playing a ball into the box. Mueller had to go off her shoulder. Omakua is going to collect with plenty of space around her. She decides to clear it up towards half. It'll be collected by Guha. Guha gets it back from Kaminsky Roth into the middle for Talia Pellizzari. Talia Pellizzari trying to get it up over the top, but unable to get it over the defender. Silva will play it back. Kaminsky Roth with it once more. Out wide onto the wing for Buckley, but just a bit too far in front of Buckley, and that's going to go out for a goal kick. Another substitution coming here for Markham as Fleming's going to come out again for Naomi Phillips. About 7 minutes remaining here in this match, friends. Not sure how much additional time will be served with. After the real only delay being the goal scored by Akila Omakua. Battling with Ainsley Parker on that far side. Silva getting a foot in. Omakua giving chase on Guha. Guha's going to go back to McMurrin. McMurrin clears. This is Olivia Francis putting the ball back into play over the head of Guha. Omakua and Guha battling for it on the far side. Pennington clearing it up as far as Olivia Francis. Francis gets it off quickly for Milzarzek. Milzarzek collects on the far side. She's got Homewood on her, and Homewood will get a foot to it and put it out for a throw-in. Parente with it at the edge of the box, plays it into the middle for McCaddy, but it's cleared by Karen Ellis. Omakua wins the corner kick for Markham City, and you can see how excited she is. She can feel it. There's less than 5 minutes left here, friends. Markham City up 1-0 right now over Waterloo. They're going to kill off some of the clock. Kaminsky Roth and Mueller pressure in the corner. With it in her own box, getting it out wide for Taryn Buckley. Taryn Buckley with a bit of space in front of her. She's going to look up and play a ball forward, looking for Andrea Lazar. Coming out of her goal is Dixon, who puts it off of Lazar's back on the clearance. Phillips getting it to Lofters. Lofters back to Phillips and back to Lofters again. She's got room in front of her. Silva closing her down. Silva giving chase to Lofters. Chloe Lofters pushing up the near sideline. Lofters into the corner, and she's going to kill off a little bit more of the clock as she puts it up against the flag post. And it's out off of Silva for a Markham City throw. Back into play. McCaddy into the corner, and that's going to go off the boot of Karen Ellis and out for a Markham City throw-in. McCaddy loses the ball, but it's Lofters coming away with it. She's shoved over by Karen Ellis. No call for Ellis from the referee. Looks like we'll have 3 minutes of additional time to be added on here, if I'm reading the signal from our referee correctly. Clark has her clearance blocked by Buckley. Clark comes away with it though. Clark reading her options with her head up, pushing forward. Gets past Ellis. McCaddy gives it back to Clark. Clark will work her way down into the corner again with Ellis behind her. And Clark's going to shield this ball and try and get her team a little closer to the finish line. But Waterloo come away with it. This is Kaminsky-Roth. Lazar's got plenty of room in front of her over on that far side, and they get it to her. Lazar has Olivia Francis poke it free. Play on, says the referee. Phillips out onto the wing, but it's Homewood bringing it down. Omakua gets to it, but Roth in on her. Omakua working so hard to win the ball back and try and take this game by the horns. Homewood through to Mueller, who flicked it on, and it's right to Rachel Kane, who punches the ball up the pitch, and that's going to go off of Karen Ellis and out for a Markham City throw deep in enemy territory with about a minute left in regulation time here. Markham are going to take their sweet time putting this ball back into play. Karen Ellis brings it down, gets it forward to Taryn Buckley. Buckley moving into the middle of the pitch. Buckley with it still, moving towards the center circle. Phillips is on Buckley. Or sorry, rather that was Ferrante on Buckley. This is Andrea Lazar. Lovely challenge there to win the ball back for Markham City. Lazarzek trying to get around Lazar. That ever went in. And it's official, friends. 3 minutes of additional time to be added on. And that is a minimum, remember. Mueller with it now for Waterloo. Mueller working her way into the middle. Getting it out wide for Homewood. Orla Homewood cutting back for her right foot. Cleared by Kane. That's going to go out for a Waterloo throw, and you can see they sense the end is near. Karen Ellis putting a ball in towards the top of the box. Lazar trying to get it past Kane, pops it up into the air. We'll see what Dixon can do with this, and Dixon mishandles the ball in her own box, and Olivia Francis able to clear on the goal line stand. You love to see it. Ball back to Heike Clark. Clark playing it forward. Karen Ellis collecting and popping it back up into the air. Pilazari battling against Milzarzik, and Pilazari goes to ground. Pilazari going to chase the ball down, even though it's a Markham City throw. She wants the pace of play to be picked up here with her team down a goal. Omakua, I think she got away with a handball from my point of view, but nonetheless, Waterloo would come away with it. And ball called on Jasmine McCaddy. Shalagua playing a ball in towards the top of the box. It squirts free for Silva. Fantastic sliding challenge there by Heike Clark, and she gets it into the corner. Played back by Buckley. Lazar with it now. Andrea Lazar working her way to the top of the box. Omakua with the tackle, and she'll play it out to half. Shala Guha getting it to Ellis. Ellis back to Guha. Guha has her ball steered away by Rachel Kane. Homewood brings it down at half. About 30 seconds left in the additional time. Dangerous play there, but Lofters comes away with it. Mueller got a foot in to block her clearance. This is Ellis. Ellis with it again. Ellis on the near sideline. Playing it in for Kaminsky-Roth. Kaminsky-Roth going to ground with the challenge from Naomi Phillips. And that's it, folks. Markham City are your 2024 OPDL Ontario Cup champions for the U17 age group. Thanks for tuning in here. Today's OPDL Cup action was fueled by Gatorade, the official sports fuel of OPDL. With a proven blend of carbs and electrolytes, Gatorade is scientifically formulated so that you never stop competing. Rehydrate, replenish, and refuel after the match. Thank you again to our proud partners for today's event. Our premier partners, Toronto FC and the Canadian Premier League, our program partners, Gatorade, as well as premier partners, BMO, and the official apparel partners, O'Neill's Sportswear. We'll have our medals presentation here for you folks. Both these teams putting in a fabulous performance this afternoon. One goal being the difference, and it came from Akila Omakua. She really tried to leave her mark and take control of this game today. Coming back and winning balls in her own end. And you got to be happy for all the young players who are playing up today for Markham City, and their head coach Laura Gose, who continues her winning ways. She transitions from player to coach. Ontario Soccer. I want to say thanks for tuning in here this afternoon. We'll have your second match of the day at 4:30. Will be the U17 final. I'll be bringing that to you as well. We got a little bit of time between now and then.
We're not going to show this, so we're going to cut short.
So tune in for that, and we'll be back at 4:30. Thanks for watching.